Sir, very happy morning to all. Sir, we are going to start a new batch for IDT Indirect Tax, my dear lovable students. Sir, in this class number 1, this batch is mainly for May 2026 onwards. If you are going to write examination from May 2026, this class will be, sir, relevant for you. In the first class, what we are going to study is the structure of GST we are going to study. That means the section numbers we'll be discussing, my dear lovable students. Section 7 talks about supply. Section 7 talks about supply. Sir, for every act, whether it is Income Tax Act, Companies Act or GST, there should be some activity or transaction which should invoke the tax provisions. That is called as section 7 in this act, called as supply. What is section 7? Supply. So what this act, GST Act, is saying that if a transaction or an activity amount to supply, then this act will be applicable. If an activity or transaction is not amounting to supply, then this act will not be applicable. Section 8, tax rate for composite and mixed supply. Tax rate for composite and mixed supply. So my dear lovable students, that supply may be either a composite supply or that supply may be either a mixed supply. What is the tax rate for a composite supply? What is the tax rate for a mixed supply is explained in section 8. So what is section 7? Supply. What is section 8? Tax rate for composite and mixed supply. Sir, an act should say for what and all GST will be applicable, for what and all GST should not be applicable. Sir, when you are liable to pay GST, when you are supposed to collect GST, all these things are explained in section 9, levy and collection of CGST. Levy and collection of. Sir, for if I am selling this calculator, whether GST will be applicable or not, that's what levy of GST. Sir, who is supposed to collect the GST? Whether the supplier is supposed to collect GST or the recipient is supposed to collect GST, that's what section 9, levy and collection of CGST. Levy and collection of. So tell me, what is section 7? Supply. What is section 8? Tax rate for composite and mixed supply. Section 9, levy and collection of CGST. Section 10, composition levy. Section 10. We all know that this act, GST Act, is one of the easiest tax as compared to Income Tax Act. My dear lovable students, we are having two routes. We are having two routes. A taxpayer can either travel through section 9 route or a taxpayer can travel through section 10 route. Section 9 route is otherwise called as normal route and section 10 route is otherwise called as composition route. Sir, in our DT, we are having presumptive taxation, 44AD, 44ADA, 44AE. The similar line of traveling is composition levy. That means if you are a taxpayer, if you are ready to follow all the rules and regulation, you can travel through section 9 route. No sir, no sir, no sir. I don't want to maintain books of accounts, sir. I am not interested to, sir, keep all the records what the act is saying. Then you are having a simplified route called as section 10 route, called as what levy? Composition levy. So what is section 7? Supply. What is section 8? Tax rate for composite and mixed supply. What is section 9? Levy and collection of CGST. What is section 10? Composition levy. Let me ask you one question. In a subject, if there are 15 chapters are there, will you study all the 15 chapters for your exam? Never. Till now, no. The same way, if an activity has become a supply, all the supplies are not taxable for the time being. That is called as exemption, section 11. Section 11. So if an activity or transaction is covered under section 11, then my dear lovable students, for that activity or transaction, you are not liable to pay GST for the time being. But tomorrow, if that exemption is withdrawing by the government, then automatically it will become taxable. So section 11 is exemption. This part, sir, whether you are an inter student, whether you are a CA final student, sir, this part are called as basics of GST. Section 7 supply, section 8 tax rate for composite and mixed supply, section 9 levy and collection of CGST, section 10 composition levy, section 11 exemptions. Are you all ready with me? So my dear lovable students, there will be an activity or transaction. There will be an activity or, for example, I am selling a calculator. I am purchasing a calculator. These all are activity or what? Transaction. Sir, that activity or transaction should cover in section 7. Should cover in section 7. What is section 7? Supply. If that activity or transaction are covered under section 7, then it is a supply. And it should not covered under section 11. What is section 11? Exemption. Sir, if it is covered under section 11, it is supply, but it is exempt supply. It is supply, but it is exempt supply. Exempt supply in the sense means for the time being, you are not liable to pay GST, my dear lovable students. But tomorrow, if exemption withdrawn, then automatically we are liable to pay GST. Okay, sir. The activity or transaction which I am undertaking is a supply, sir, under section 7. Then I am having two routes, my dear lovable students. Either I can travel through section 9 route or I can travel through section 10 route. What is section 9 route? Normal route. What is section 10 route? Composition route. Are you all really with me? The activity or transaction will be treated as supply. That supply will be further classified as either composite supply or mixed supply. Either composite supply or mixed supply. My dear lovable students, if a supply is composite or mixed supply, what is composite supply, mixed supply, we'll discuss at the coming classes. What is the tax rate for composite supply? What is the tax rate for mixed supply will be covered under section 8. So these are the basic sections of the GST. Section 7, supply. Section 8, tax rate for composite and mixed supply. Section 9, levy and collection of CGST. Section 10, composition levy. And section 11, exemptions. Super, sir. Sir, once an activity or transaction has become a supply, then for that activity or transaction, we are supposed to collect GST. We are supposed to collect, or we are supposed to pay GST to the department. Are you all really with me? Sir, when I am liable to, sir, pay GST, that's what? Time of supply. That's what? There are 3 sections which are talking about time of supply. Section 12, Section 13, Section 14. Section 12, Section 13, Section 14. Section 12, time of supply of goods. Time of supply of goods. What is section 7? Supply. That supply should be classified into 2 categories. That supply should be classified into either supply of goods or supply of services. Either supply of goods or supply of services. We A&M classes are providing supply of services. Are you already with me? If I am selling calculator, if I am selling mobile, my dear lovable students, that is supply of goods. That is supply of goods. So, if your supply falls under the category of supply of goods, then you come and check section 12, because section 12 is answering what is time of supply of goods. What is time of supply of? When you are liable to pay the GST to the department is explained in section 12. No, sir. My activity or transaction is not supply of goods, sir. My activity or transaction is supply of services, sir. Then please come and check section 13. Please come and check section 13. What is section 13? Time of supply of services. Time of supply of services. Am I right? What is section 12? Time of supply of goods. What is section 13? Time of supply of services. Section 14, time of supply in case of change in rate of tax. Time of supply in case of what government will do now? Sometimes the rate of GST may be 5% for the calculator. Suddenly government will come and put a notification saying that from this date onwards, the rate of calculator is going to be 12%, or ulta can also happen. Sometimes the rate of GST may be 28%. From today onwards, the rate is going to be 12%. Are you all really with me? At what rate you are liable to pay GST? My dear lovable students, 2 rate I told, 5% and 12%. Example. Sir, I sold the calculator today. I got the remuneration today, consideration today, and I have raised the invoice today. If everything is today, then I know that what is the rate applicable today? 5%. Then GST is liable to be paid at 5%. Am I right? Sir, today I sold the calculator, but still I have not received the payment from the customer. Customer is saying that after 30 days I will make the payment. Possibility is there. Sir, on the payment of date of consideration, the rate is not how much percent? 5%. The rate has become 12 percentage. At that time, whether GST is liable to be paid at 5 percentage or at 12 percentage is answered by section 14. Section 14 is saying that for a product, that is, it may be either goods or services, there may be change in rate of tax. If there is change in rate of tax, at what rate you are liable to pay GST to the department? That's what change in rate of tax. So time of supply in case of change in rate of tax. Time of supply in case of. So my dear lovable students, come on sir. Sir, what is section 7? Supply. What is section 8? Tax rate for composite and mixed supply. Section 9. Levy and collection of CGST. You may be sitting in face-to-face class. You may be sitting in virtuals. You have to repeat along with me. This is not like single one-time radio. I will be asking you to repeat. If you are repeating, the things will get registered in your brain. You will be having a doubt. Sir, whether I have to learn the section number, sir. Sir, not only section number, section, subsection, clause, everything we have to learn. If we don't learn, then who will learn? We are chartered accountants. Are you all really with me? Come on, sir. What is section 7? Supply. What is section 8? Tax rate for composite and mixed supply. What is section 9? Levy and collection of CGST. What is section 10? Composition levy. What is section 11? Exemption. This part is called as basics of GST. Are you all really with me? Then my dear lovable students, we are having section 12, 13, 14. This is one family. What is section 12? Time of supply of goods. What is section 13? Time of supply of services. What is section 14? Time of supply in case of change in rate of tax. Time of supply in case of change in rate of tax. Are you all really with me? Okay, sir. My activity or transaction has become a supply, sir. That means it has fall under section 7, sir. And I have bifurcated that activity or transaction into either supply of goods or supply of services, sir. Let me ask you a question. On what value I am liable to pay GST, sir? Section 15 is talking about value of supply. Section 15 is talking about value of supply. For example, I am a supplier of this calculator. I sold this calculator to you. The real value of the calculator is 500 rupees. You gave me 300 rupees as cash. Plus, you have given this watch also to me as a consideration for the calculator. Whether I am liable to pay GST on 300 rupees or 300 rupees plus the market value of the watch, which comes to how much? 500 rupees. On what value I am liable to pay the GST, which is answered by what of supply? Value of supply. Because that is very important. No? When I am liable to pay GST? Time of supply. On what I am liable to pay GST? Value of supply. My dear lovable students, what is business? This is what the definition of business. I am going to explain what is business. Business means only two activities. Business means only two activities. One is purchase and sales. One is purchase and sale. Assume that you are purchasing this calculator. You are purchasing this calculator. You are purchasing this calculator from me. So, A&M is the seller. And my dear lovable students are the purchasers. So when I sell to you, I am supposed to raise an invoice. Seller is supposed to raise invoice. Am I right? In that invoice, I will show the value of supply. I will show the value of supply. What is the value of one calculator? 500 rupees. To that 500 rupees, I will be add GST. Sir, whatever rate applicable for that calculator, I will be adding. Are you all really with me? Assume that 500 rupees is the value of the calculator. And for that calculator, sir, 12% is the tax payable. So we all know that 500 into 12% comes to 60. 560 rupees is what I will be collecting from you. Okay, va? So my dear lovable students, you are going to pay me how much? 560. This 560 should be classified into two categories. This 560 should be classified into two categories. One is 560. One is 560. This 500 is called as value of supply. This 500 is called as, that is the cost of purchases for you. Because the purchase cost for one calculator is 500 rupees. Am I right? My dear lovable students, come and see the 60 rupees. Sir, the 60 rupees is the GST paid. 60 rupees is the by the purchaser to the seller. Am I right? By the purchaser to the. Now the calculator is with you. What you will be doing with this calculator, Pujaya? You will be selling further. Are you all really with me? Assume that you are going to sell this calculator for 700 rupees. That means 200 rupees per calculator is your profit. So my dear lovable students, on this, you will be collecting GST at the rate of how much percent? 12%. So calculator 700 into 12% comes to 84 rupees. That means you will be collecting 84 rupees from the general customer. Am I right? So 700 plus 84 comes to 784 will be the total selling price including GST. Am I right? So let me ask you a question. Sir, now you have to think. You are student, you are the seller. You are student, you are the seller. Have you sold the calculator? What is the sale price of calculator? 700. At the time of selling calculator, how much amount you collected? 784. What is that 84? This is called as output tax collected. This is called as output tax collected. This is called as output tax collected. My dear lovable students, you are acting as an agent. You are acting as a, that means you are just collecting 84 rupees from the common public, from the general public. And my dear lovable students, you are going to deposit this 84 rupees to the government. Is this 84 rupees your money? No, sir. No, sir. This 84 rupees is not your money. This is government's money. That means general customer is going to consume the calculator. Sir, like students, sir, general students who are studying CA, CMA, CS, those people are going to use the calculator. So they have purchased the calculator. That means they are going to consume the calculator. The people who are going to consume the calculator is the people who are ultimately liable to bear the GST. Am I right? So they have paid GST to the seller. My dear lovable students, that means you have collected 84 rupees. That means to the government, ultimately they should get 84 rupees. Ultimately they should get. But at the time of you purchase the calculator, you already paid how much rupees? 60 rupees from your pocket. 60 rupees from. Now, whatever money you collected, if you are, sir, paying entire 84 rupees to the government, for government it will be like a winning from lotteries. Because already they got 60, now they are again getting 84, then it will not be 12% of the 700. Government will be getting more than 12%. Can government get more than 12%? No, sir. Government maximum should get how much rupees only? So, out of this 84, you think the situation, at the time of purchase of the calculator, have you paid 60 from your pocket? Yes, sir. That amount should be reimbursed by the customer to you. That amount should be reimbursed by the customer to you. That means 84 minus 60. 24 is what you are liable to be paid. So who are the three parties in this transaction? Number one, sir, A&M. A&M is the seller, sir, right? Then students. Students is the purchaser. And number three, customer. Am I right, sir? Sir, customer. They are the people who are consuming the calculator. My dear lovable students, since they are consuming the calculator, ultimately, what is the selling price? 700. So 700 into what is the rate? 12%. And here we can call the government also. Okay. Sir, 700 into 12%? 84. 84 rupees who paid? Customer paid. This 84 should only go to the government. Am I right? Sir, at the time of selling the goods, I have collected 500 plus GST of 60, total 560. Think from my angle, I am A&M. Sir, what I would have done with this 60? I would have paid to the government. So from A&M, government would have got 60 rupees. Pakka? Now you are the purchaser. You purchased calculator for 500 by paying 60, totally 560. This is the purchase price. Am I right? Come to the selling price, man. You are selling at 700 by collecting GST of 84 rupees from the customer. So 700 plus 84, 784. My dear lovable students, will you pay this entire 84 rupees to the government? No, sir, because out of 84, you already paid 60 rupees to the government in advance. Am I right? So how much? 84 minus 60 comes to 24 rupees. Now, student, when they sell to the customer, sir, will pay. So the student will pay what? 24. So 60 plus 24. What is the value of supply? 700. Into how much percent? Comes to how much? Government got 84 rupees. That means when I sell the calculator, when I sell the calculator, I have collected 60 rupees. For me, this 60 rupees is output tax collected. Entire 60 rupees I will pay to the government. That means to the government pocket, 60 rupees will come and sit. Am I right? My dear lovable students, you are student. For you, these are your purchase details. And when you sell to the consumer, you will be collecting 84 rupees. Will you pay entire 84 rupees to the government? Because out of 84 rupees, 60 rupees you have already paid. Are you already with me? This 60 rupees is called as ITC. This 60 rupees is called as input tax credit. Tell me, input tax credit. Input tax credit. Why is there this much explanation? Because the next family is ITC family. These are the sections which are talking about ITC, my dear lovable students. You are student. You purchase calculator from me. Tell me, my dear lovable students, sir, have you paid any tax at the time of purchases? Yes, sir. How much? Can the 60 claim it as ITC? Cannot be claim it as ITC. All these things are explained in section 16. That is eligibility and conditions for taking ITC. Basically, basic section for ITC. Basic section for, if you want to claim this 60 rupees as ITC, what are the conditions you are supposed to be satisfied? For example, I am the seller, ANM. You are the purchaser. What I sold? Calculator. Assume there is no invoice at all. That means government is saying that poi pesrada. If there is no invoice, there is no evidence that I have sold goods to you. You have purchased without evidence. My dear lovable students, why are you claiming ITC? So, there are certain conditions to be satisfied in order to claim ITC. That's what section 16. Basic section for ITC. What is section 16? Basic section for ITC. You say it as basic section for, that is what are the basics conditions to be satisfied. Are you all really with me? Look at here, man. I will give you a super example. Please try to understand. Sir, you are purchasing raw material. You are purchasing. Two parties are there for purchase of raw material. One is seller and the purchaser. Can we say seller as A&M? Can we say purchaser as student? Sir, the value of the raw material which I sold to you is 1 lakh. What is the value of supply? My dear lovable students, to this 1 lakh, I have collected 18,000 rupees as GST. So total 1 lakh 18,000 rupees I have collected. So this 18,000 you can claim it as provided section 16 conditions has been satisfied. Am I right? My dear lovable students, now with that raw material, you are manufacturing a finished goods. Yes, with the raw material, you will be manufacturing the... Sir, you are manufacturing not one finished goods. You are manufacturing two finished goods. It's like joint product by product. Two joint products are coming out. Possibility. With one raw material, it may be at the same time of production, two products may come out. Or with this one raw material, different time I can manufacture two different products. That means for two output, I'm going to use the same what material? Raw material. Sir, the finished goods A and finished goods N. These are the two finished goods you have manufactured with the raw material. What is the value of raw material? 1 lakh. For this raw material, how much GST you paid? 18,000. Total you paid 1 lakh 18,000. Sir, this finished goods A is mic. Example, finished goods A is what? Mic. Sir, as per government's notification, section 11 is there. What is section 11? Exemptions. There you have to throw the answer to me. Section 11 is what? Exemption. What government said that this finished goods A, mic is exempt from GST. That means it is covered in section 11. Covered in section. Whereas this finished goods N is the AC remote. Finished goods N is the AC remote. My dear lovable students, this is taxable. That means this is not covered in section 11. Are you all really with me? That means when you sell mic, will you collect output tax collected? No, sir. Because it's an exempted product, man. My dear lovable students, when you sell AC remote, will you collect GST? Yes, sir. That means you will be collecting output tax collected. Let me ask you a question. For this, you are collecting output tax, but for this, you are not collecting output tax. If no output tax has been collected as per GST Act, you are not entitled to take the ITC. You are not entitled to take the ITC. Yes, man. Because if you are not collecting output tax, then why are you claiming ITC? Are you all really with me? But for this product, you are collecting output tax. That means you are entitled to take the ITC. That means I am saying that you are entitled to take 18,000 rupees GST paid as ITC for the finished goods yen. Adepti sir, because with the total raw material, I have not manufactured only one product. I have manufactured two products. In that, one is exempted product and other is taxable product. That means whatever GST I have paid, I should apportion the GST. I should. That means 18,000 is the total GST paid into what divided by what? Exempt supply divided by total supply. Exempt supply divided by, then 18,000 into taxable supply divided by total supply. That is the ITC attributable to exempt supply cannot be taken as ITC. ITC attributable to taxable supply can be taken as ITC. Pakka? This is called as section 17, apportionment. What meant? Apportionment. Just apportionment. What meant? Apportionment. Sir, will you become chartered accountant? Yes, sir. Once you become chartered accountant, what service you will be providing? Consultancy services, audit services, right? Once you become chartered accountant, one file is ready, man. That is A&M classes. My dear lovable students, I will give my, sir, file to you, A&M classes. Will you take A&M classes file? Okay, sir. Fees and all will give, man. Don't worry. Sir, so you'll be charging bill to me. That bill will be value of supply. For example, 1 lakh rupees audit fees you are charging. Will you collect GST? Yes, sir. So you are going to collect GST, man. Sir, in order to provide the audit services, for you, office is required. In order to provide the audit services, for you, article assistants are required. Staffs are required, right? Is BMW car required? No, sir. After you become chartered accountant, you are coming in BMW car. You are, yes, man. Auditor means he has to come in BMW car. Only person like me who does not have money will walk and come. All the others who are having lot of money have to come in BMW car or, sir, private jet. Okay, whatever it means. So you are going and buying a BMW car, my dear lovable students. Assume 50 lakh rupees is the value of the BMW car. At the time of purchase of BMW car, will you pay GST? Yes, sir. So add GST at the rate of 18%. Some percentage they will be collecting, man. This amount, you cannot claim it as what? ITC. You cannot claim it as ITC because are you a dealer of BMW car? No, sir. You are an auditor. For auditor, BMW car is not a relevant input. Relevant? For example, sir, I am a BMW dealer, sir. My job is purchasing BMW car and selling BMW car. Then purchase of BMW car, I can take what? ITC. But if you are a chartered accountant, what you are going to do with the BMW car? Is your output service related to BMW car? No, sir. Tomorrow you are purchasing a private jet. Tomorrow you are purchasing a ship in your name. Is the ship and the audit service related? No, sir. That means if the input is related to output, if the input is related to output, then ITC can be taken. If input is not related to output, then you can't take the what? That is called as blocked credit. What credit? That means input tax, that credit is blocked. That means you can't take ITC. That's why it is called as blocked credit. What credit, man? So section 17 is answering two questions. How to do the apportionment and what is the blocked credit? Are you all really with me? So what is section 16? Basic section for ITC. Basic section for what is section 17? Apportionment and blocked credit. Apportionment and My dear lovable students, there are certain special cases to take the ITC. That's what section 18, ITC in special cases. ITC in. So general cases, okay, fine. Sir, there are certain special cases in the Act. ITC in special cases. So tell me what is section 16? Basic section for ITC. 17, apportionment and blocked credit. Section 18, ITC in special cases. ITC in section 19, 20 and 21. Sir, these three sections are applicable only to CA final and not applicable to CA inter. But for flow of section, I'm included even that also. Section 19, ITC and job work provisions. ITC and, that means if you are a job worker, how, when he can take ITC. That's what section 19. Section 20, input service distributor. Input service, even at inter level also we'll use the word ISD, input service distributor and all. Section 21, manner of recovery of excess credit distributed. Manner of recovery of. So there are three sections are there. What is section 19? ITC and job work provision. What is section 20? Input service distributor. What is section 21? Manner of recovery of excess credit. At inter level, we will not learn anything about this section. But at final level, we will be separately discussing section 19, 20 and 21. I want a recap. Sir, we have not started anything. We are going to start. Before that, I'm going to say, since today's class is the first class, what and all we are going to learn. Sir, that instead of saying this topic, I'm giving you a pakka introduction of the subject at all. That's what I'm doing. So you'll be hearing lot of terms. Automatically, you will fall into the subject. Then in the coming slot onwards, I can start with section 7 straight away. What is section 7? So section 7, supply. Section 8, tax rate for composite and mixed supply. Section 9, levy and collection of CGST. Section 10, composition levy. Section 11. This part is called as basics. Okay, fine. Then section 12, 13, 14. What is section 12? Time of supply of goods. What is section 13? Time of supply of services. What is section 14? Time of supply in case of change in rate of tax. What is section 15? Value of supply. The next slot is relating to ITC. Section 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21. What is section 16? Basic section for ITC. What is section 17? Apportionment and blocked credit. What is section 18? ITC in special cases. What is section 19? ITC and job work provisions. What is section 20? Input service distributor. What is section 21? Manner of recovery of excess credit. Manner of recovery of excess credit. Are you all really with me? Okay, sir. You said that you are A&M. We are students. A&M will sell the calculator. What is the value of one calculator? Assume that 500 into 1000. 1000 calculators has been sold by A&M in a particular financial year. That means 1000 into 500. Now, how much lakh? 5 lakh. So the turnover of the A&M is 5 lakh. Am I right? Assume 10,000 calculator has been sold by A&M. 50 lakhs. After selling 500, 1000, 10,000 calculators. A&M may not collect what at all? GST at all. A&M will hide the turnover. A&M will simply sell the calculator and he will never collect the what at all? GST at all. That means, is it a revenue loss to the government? Yes, sir. So what government is saying that we are keeping a threshold limit. We are keeping a, if your turnover exceeds that threshold limit, you are compulsory liable to take the registration. You are compulsory liable to take the. Sir, now you are coming and sitting and listening to face-to-face class. Can anyone in Chennai can come and sit in class? No, sir. They have to take the registration at A&M classes. Am I right? Then only there will be control. The same way, government is also saying that you can supply either goods or services or both. We don't have any problem. But if your turnover exceeds a specified limit, you are liable to take the registration. So the next chapter, what we are going to talk is the what? That registration, so many sections are there. We are classifying as part number 1, we are classifying as part number 2, and we are classifying as part number 3. Part number 1, section 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Tell man, what are section man? 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Repeat once again. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. What section 22 is saying? That person liable for registration. Person? That means who and all are liable to take registration under the GST Act. Sir, if your turnover exceeds the threshold limit, you are liable to take the registration. Are you really with me? Sir, even though your turnover exceeds the what limit? Threshold limit. There are certain people who are not liable to take the registration. That's what section 23, person not liable for registration. Person? So what is section 22? Person liable for registration. Who are the person liable for registration? If your turnover exceed threshold limit, you are liable to take the registration. What is section 23? Person not liable for registration. That means even though your turnover exceeds the threshold limit, you are not liable to take the registration. That means in GST, whether you are liable to take registration or not is based upon the threshold limit. If your turnover exceeds threshold limit, you are liable to take registration. If your turnover does not exceed threshold limit, you are not liable to take the registration. Like that, you should not think. That's what section 24, compulsory registration in certain cases. Even though your threshold limit, even though your turnover does not exceed threshold limit, still there are certain people compulsory liable to take the registration. That means whether you have to take the registration or not is based upon. Sir, if your turnover exceeds threshold limit, liable to take the registration. Sir, even though your turnover exceeds threshold limit, not liable to take the registration. Even though your threshold limit does not, your turnover does not exceed threshold limit, compulsory registration. So what is section 22? Person liable for registration. 23. Person not liable for registration. 24. Compulsory registration. Are you already with me? Okay, sir. If I fall either under section 22 or 24. What is 22? Person liable for registration. Then you are liable to take registration. What is section 24? Compulsory registration. That means you are compulsory liable to take registration. That means if a taxpayer has fall either under what or what? 22 or 24, then he is liable to take registration. How to take registration? That's what section 25, procedure for registration. Section 25, procedure for registration. How to take registration? Section 25, procedure for registration. Sir, if you take registration in the Central CGST Act, it is equal to taking registration in the SGST Act. No need to take separate registration in CGST and no need to take separate registration in SGST. If you are taking registration in one place, it is equal to taking registration in the another place. That's what registration? Deemed registration. What registration? So, if a assessee taxpayer falls in section what or what? 22 or 24, he has to travel through section 25. What is section 25? Procedure for registration. Procedure for registration. What is section 26? Deemed registration. Are you all really with me? That taxpayer, that assessee, that taxable person, that's the word we'll be using in IDT. That taxable person may be either CTP bar NRTP. Tell me. CTP bar NRTP. Or other than CTP bar NRTP. Or other than CTP bar. Casual taxable person. Tell me. Casual taxable. Non-resident taxable person. And non-resident? For example, my dear lovable students, in India, sir, I am in Tamil Nadu. I am in Tamil Nadu. In Orissa, sir, one car mela is going on, sir. From Tamil Nadu, Chennai, I am going to Orissa and I am displaying the car which I have manufactured in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So many people are coming to that car mela. Whoever are, sir, liking the car, they are booking the car. Are you already with me? So this mela, car mela will be there in Orissa for 15 to 20 days. So will I be there in Orissa for lifelong? No, sir. No, sir. After 15, 20 days, I will get back to Tamil Nadu. That means for Orissa, I am a casual taxable person. I am a casual taxable person. Sir, engada vandirukka? Eppada vandirukku? Casuala sonan, sir. Casuala vandan, sir. So to the Orissa, I gone very casually. Are you all really with me? I am not a permanent taxable person. I am not a permanent taxable person. Sir, to the same car mela from Dubai, one car company has came for the car display. They are NRTP, non-resident taxable person. Non-resident. I'm just giving the introduction only. But later on, I'll be explaining in detail, in depth. Don't worry at all. So you tell me, these two people are going to be in Orissa for 15 to 20 days. For those people, you are saying that you have to take like registration like this, like that, this much procedure, this much rules. They will say that we are not coming to Mela at all. Because it is very difficult to take the registration rather than to come and convince the customer who are coming to the Mela. Right? So that's why section 27. Special procedure relating to what or what? Casual taxable person or non-resident taxable person. Nothing, man. You are a taxable person. You fall either under section what or what. 22 or 24. Then you classify the taxable person into two categories. Either a CTP bar NRTP or other than CTP bar. If you are a CTP bar NRTP, please follow section 27 route. Please follow section. What is section 27? Special procedure relating to casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. Am I right? Sir, then other than casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person, please travel through 25 route. What is 25? Procedure for rest. That means for common person, section 25 will be applicable. CTP bar NRTP, 27 will be applicable. For both the people, 26 will be applicable. That's why it is in between 25 and 27. Are you all really with me? Come on, man. What is section 22? Person liable for registration. What is section 23? Person not liable for registration. What is section 24? Compulsory registration. What is section 25? Procedure for registration. What is section 26? Deemed registration. What is section 27? Special provisions for casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. Are you all really with me? That means if you are a taxable person falling under section 22 or under section 24, you have to travel through either under section 25 or under section 27 as the case may be. Sentence clear? Okay, sir. I got the registration. After I got the registration, at the time of taking registration, I was doing business in Nungambakam. But after I taking registration, I want to change my place of business to Kodambakam. Can I do so? Yes, sir. Because of taking GST registration lifelong, I should conduct the business at one place. No, sir. That means after you taken registration, you are supposed to do amendment of registration. What of registration? You can amend your registration. At the time of taking registration, sometimes you would have given your phone number. Sometimes you would have given your email ID. Sometimes you would have given your place of business. Sir, your PAN number. After a certain point of time, everything may undergo a change. You can what the registration? Amendment of registration. What registration? Section 29 is the cancellation of registration. Sir, I stopped the what at all? Business at all. Or with God's grace. Now I am in rest in peace. Do you want registration? Sir, when you die, how you can conduct a businessman? Then you have to dash the registration. Cancel the registration. My dear lovable students, this cancellation of registration will be done even by the proper officer also. In the sense means, I have taken registration. For the first 3-4 months, I was very a good boy. I used to file the returns and all on time. After that, sir, I am not at all filing the what? Returns. So proper officer is asking that, then why you need the registration? He himself will want the registration. Cancel the registration. Now I am going and crying to the proper officer that, sorry sir. Last 6 months, I have not filed the return because last 6 months I became a love failure. Because of that reason, lot of ups and downs was going on in my life. That is the reason why I was not able to file the return. You have cancelled the registration? No. Please revoke the cancellation of registration. Please, revocation of cancellation of registration means whatever cancellation has been done by the PO will be cancelled. That is called as revocation of cancellation of registration. What is section 28? Amendment of registration. 29? Cancellation of registration. 30, revocation of cancellation of registration. Repeat once again from start. Section 22, person liable for registration. 23, person not liable for registration. 24, compulsory registration. 25, procedure for registration. 26, deemed registration. 27, special provisions for casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. 28, amendment of registration. 29, cancellation of registration. 30, revocation of cancellation of registration. Can we check where you are standing? What is section 7? Supply. Section 8. Tax rate for composite and mixed supply. Section 9. Levy and collection of CGST. Section 10. Composition levy. Section 11. Exemption. Section 12. Time of supply of goods. Section 13. Time of supply of services. Section 14. Time of supply in case of change in rate of tax. Section 15. Value of supply. Section 16. Basic section for ITC. Section 17. Apportionment and blocked credit. Section 18. ITC and job work provisions. ITC in special cases. Section 19. ITC and job work provision. Section 20. Input service distributor. Section 21. Manner of recovery of excess credit. Section 22. Person liable for registration. Section 23. Person not liable for registration. Section 24. Compulsory registration. 25. Procedure for registration. Section 26. Deemed registration. 27. Special provision for casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. 28. Amendment of registration. 29. Cancellation of registration. Section 30. Revocation of cancellation of registration. Are you comfortable? Alright, sir. Sir, we understood that if you are a supplier, you are liable to take registration. Sir, that registration sections are 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Am I right, sir? What is section 22? Person liable for registration. What is section 23? Person not liable for registration. What is section 24? So if you are a taxable person, if you fall either under section 22 or 24, my dear lovable students, you have to travel through either under section 25 or 27 as the case may. Am I right? Once you taken registration, you can amend your registration as per section 28. You can cancel your registration as per section 29 if you don't want. Sometimes that cancellation will be done by the proper officer if you are not proper. Then my dear lovable students, you can go and cry before the proper officer as per section 30. That is a revocation of cancellation of registration. Are you all really with me? Okay, sir. Assume that positively you are not cancelling your registration. You are not. If your registration has not been cancelled, you don't want section 30 at all. Am I right? You are normally continuing the business. For example, the supplier is A&M. A&M is supplying calculator. Student is the purchaser. Student is going to purchase the calculator. Sir, government want evidence. Government want evidence. When a supplier is supplying to the purchaser, he is supposed to raise tax invoice. He is supposed to raise. Sir, that's what section 31, tax invoice. What is section 31? Section 32, prohibition of unauthorized collection of tax. Prohibition of. That means, my dear lovable students, when I am supplying calculator to you, I am supposed to raise the tax invoice as per section 31. If the rate of GST is 12% per calculator, can I collect 18%? Seri, okay. Can I collect 28%? No, sir. If I am collecting 18% or 28% instead of 12%, then I am unauthorized doing collection of tax. That is prohibited. That is what? Prohibited. So what is section 32? Prohibition of unauthorized collection of tax. Sir, so a supplier is supposed to raise the tax invoice. In that tax invoice, supplier is, sir, writing that, I love you, sir. Hello, sir. Is this what you are supposed to show in tax invoice? Section 33 is saying that the amount of tax. The amount of? That means how much is CGST? How much is SGST? How much is IGST? That's what amount of tax to be included in the what invoice? Tax invoice. That means if you see the tax invoice should specifically show that how much is the amount of CGST, how much is the amount of SGST, or how much is the amount of IGST. And my dear lovable students, what is the rate of CGST, SGST or IGST? That's what section 33, amount of tax to be included in the tax invoice and other documents. Are you all with me? Sir, I am the seller A&M. You are the purchaser student. I am selling calculator. What is the value of one calculator? 500 rupees. But my accountant, when she or he raised the invoice under section 31, they have raised the invoice at 400 rupees. Hello, sir. After that only, I'm shouting my accountant, hey, what are you doing, man? You know that calculator value is, one calculator value is 500. Then why you have billed it? 400. Sorry, sir. Some tension I was going on, sir. So I have, sir, without knowing, I have billed at 400. That means I already raised the invoice. I have to get back that invoice from the recipient, that is student, and I have to tear the invoice and I have to raise the fresh invoice at how much rupees plus GST. Like that, you should not think. There is one section, section 34, debit note and credit note. What and what? Debit note and credit note. Sir, how much less you have raised? 100. For that 100 rupees, don't raise a fresh invoice. Raise either the debit note or credit note as per section 34. As per section. So tell me, man, what is section 31? Tax invoice. What is section 32? Prohibition of unauthorized collection of tax. What is section 33? Amount of tax to be included in the tax invoice. What is section 34? Debit note and credit note, or credit note and debit note. You tell me, can everyone can raise the tax invoice, or only a registered person can raise the tax invoice? Only a registered. That's why after registration we are talking about the tax invoice. That is a logic. Are you all really with me? So tell me, what is section 22? Person liable for registration. What is section 23? Person not liable for registration. What is section 24? Compulsory registration. What is section 25? Procedure for registration. 26, deemed registration. 27, special provisions for casual taxable person or non-resident taxable person. 28, amendment of registration. 29, cancellation of registration. 30, revocation of cancellation of registration. That's it. Registration's area comes to an end. Are you a registered person? Are you supplying goods or services or both? Is that supply a taxable supply? Raise the tax invoice under section 31. When you are raising the tax invoice, don't raise as per your ishtam. Please raise as per the terms and condition of the act. If you are raising as per your ishtam, you will fall under section 32. What is section 32? Prohibition of unauthorized collection of tax. Am I right? In that tax invoice, please mention separately the amount of tax. That's what section 33. Amount of tax to be included in the tax invoice. Am I right, sir? After you raise the tax invoice, if there is any problem in the tax invoice raised, don't cancel the invoice. Sir, don't issue the new invoice. Please give either debit note or credit note as the case may be. Are you all really with me? Sir, you are a registered person now. You are raising what invoice? How many tax invoice you have raised? So many tax invoice I have raised. Sir, when and all I am selling the calculator, at that time and all I have to raise the tax invoice. Right, sir? Those invoices, if you keep here and there, will the department tomorrow, if they want to come and check, can they do so? No, sir. That has to be properly maintained. That's what section 35, you are supposed to keep the accounts and records. Because multiple tax invoices will become records. My dear lovable students, section 35, accounts and records. Section 35, accounts and records. My dear lovable students, still your foundation books are with you. In your home, still your foundation books are there. Yes, sir. Oh, all the books of foundation you have kept. Okay, right. Let me go a little down. 8th standard books are with you. No, sir. That means you have given to the Kadalakarna. The same way, sir, what are the period of retention of the books of accounts? Sir, for a particular financial year accounts and records, for how many years you are supposed to keep up? Whether it is 5 years I have to maintain. For next 6 years, I have to hug that books of accounts. That's what the discussion, section 36, period of retention of the accounts. What is section 35? Accounts and records. What are the accounts and records? You being a registered person are supposed to be maintained. Are you supposed to maintain cash book, journal, ledger, sir, tally, what and all you are supposed to maintain? For those books of accounts, for how many period you are supposed to maintain? That's what section 36 is all about. Period of retention of the books of accounts. Period of retention of the... Okay, man. Sir, now you are a what person? Registered person. You started supplying goods or services or both. That is a taxable supply. You are supposed to raise the tax invoice. If you raise so many tax invoice, it has become records. Please properly maintain the books of accounts, and that books of accounts has to be kept for specified number of period. Am I right? Yes, sir. Sir, now you are supposed to file the returns. You are supposed to file the... That's what practically we are doing every month. We are filing GSTR 1. We are filing GSTR 3B. We are filing GSTR 2A, 2B. All those are the returns in the GST. Man, let me ask you a question. From the angle of A&M, you think. I am a seller of calculator. So, I am selling calculator to the students. So, selling calculator is a outward supply. Am I right? Is it? So, section 37 is saying that you have to provide all the details of your outward supply. How many calculator I sold? To whom and all I have sold? To To whom I sold? Students. Whether that students are boys or girls are. Whether that students are registered person or unregistered person. What is the value of supply? How much GST I have collected? Where the students are situating, whether they are in Tamil Nadu or outside Tamil Nadu. Because if it is in Tamil Nadu, it's an intra-state supply. So if they are outside Tamil Nadu, it is interstate supply. All the details of the outward supply I'm supposed to be provided. That's what section 37. Section. So think from the angle of the what? A&M. Sir, it is my outward supply. Sir, my outward supply is your inward supply. My outward supply is your inward supply. Sir, I am selling calculator to you. That means I would have purchased calculator. So even I also will be having inward supply. All my inward supply should be mentioned in section 38. All my inward supply will be mentioned in. Sir, from whom I would have purchased? From my supplier. So for my supplier, it is a dash supply. Outward supply. Whereas for me, it is a inward supply. After purchasing from my supplier, I will be selling to students. So that is a outward supply to A&M and it is an inward supply to students. That means as per section 37, all the outward supply details should be furnished. As per section 38, all the inward supply details should be furnished. Sir, inward supply means purchases, sir. Outward supply means sales, sir. Sir, purchase and sales is what business is all about, sir. That's what section 39, furnishing of return. Furnishing of. That means 39 means 37 plus 38. 37 is outward supply. 38 is inward supply. 37 and 38 is what? 39, furnishing of the return. Are you all really with me? Sir, will you take registration? Either as per section 22 or as per section 24, as the case may be. Will you take registration as per section 23? No, sir. Section 23 is person not liable to take the registration. Once you take registration either under section 22 or 24 as the, sir, after you taken registration, sir, the first time you are filing a return is called as first return. What return? That's what section 40. That's what section? So section 40 is talking about the speciality of the what return? First return. What and all items should be there in first return? What are the peculiarities of the first return? What and all details you should provide to the government in the first return? Sir, as per section 29, you can dash the registration. Cancel the registration. Sir, I am cancelling the registration. I don't want the registration at all because I stopped the business. Because I stopped the tata, I'm moving, I'm leaving, I'm bye. I'm not going to continue the business. If I am not going to continue the business, do I need registration? No, sir. I can dash the registration. At the time of once you cancel the registration, my dear lovable students, before you get out of the GST scheme, you are supposed to file a final return called as section 45. Called as section. So after you taken registration, the return which you are filing for the first time is called as first return under section 40. Once your registration has been cancelled, sir, you are supposed to file a final return under section 45. Sir, in between some years you would have travelled. For every 1 year, you are supposed to file return called as annual return. What return? So there are 3 types of return are there. Start return, end return and the throughout mid return. Start return, first return under section 40. End return, final return under section 45. And every year we are supposed to file a return called as annual return under section. Are you all with me? 45 final return. 45 final return. Are you getting? In a year, how many quarters are there? So 4 will become annual. Are you all really with me? So 4 quarters will become annual. That's why section 44 is called as annual return. So come on, man. Once you taken registration either under section 22 or under section 24, the first time the return what you are filing is called as first return under section 40. The last return after a death you are filing is called as final return under section 45. In between every year you are supposed to file a return called as annual return. Alright, sir? Sir, there are sections like 41, 42, 43. At present, all the sections has been deleted in the Act, man. The system has been changed. There is no 41, 42, 43. 41 is claiming of ITC and provisional acceptance thereof. Provisional ITC. What ITC? 42 matching concept, 43 matching concept. Sir, just keep it that, man. Sometimes you are a registered person. You are liable to pay, you are liable to file the GST return. You will not file the GST return on time. Then what department will do? Department will send a notice saying that, my dear lovable, you already taken registration. You are liable to file a return. You forgot to file the return. Don't worry. Please file the return. That's what section 46. Notice to return defaulter. Notice to. Sir, if there is any delay in filing return, my dear lovable students, you are liable to pay a late fee under section 47. Under section? So what is 46? Notice to return defaulter. And 47 is levy of late fees. Sir, every registered person in India are liable to file the return. That means he cannot file the return by himself. For example, my dear lovable students, sir, if you are a businessman, do you know to file the return? No, sir. They will come to the chartered accountants to file the return. That's what we are learning. Hello, sir. But department or the government is not, sir, thinking that every return has to be filed by a chartered accountant. So there are people called as GST practitioners. GST under section what? 48. Under section. Those GST practitioners can file this return under section 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46 and 47. Come on, man. What is the area we are discussing? Till 30 you keep there. What is section 31? Tax invoice. What is section 32? Prohibition of unauthorized collection of tax. What is section 33? Amount of tax to be mentioned in the tax invoice. What is section 34? Debit note and credit note. Am I right? What is section 35? Accounts and records. What is 36? Period of retention of accounts and records. Period of retention of. Repeat once again. What is section 31? Tax invoice. What is 32? Prohibition of unauthorized collection of tax. 33. Tax should be mentioned in the tax invoice. What is section 34? Debit note and credit note, or credit note and debit note, whatever it may be. What is section 35? Accounts and records. What is 36? Period of retention of accounts and records. Now only returns chapter is starting. Am I right? What is section 37? Outward supply. All your outward supply should be specified as per section 37. What is section 38? Inward supply. All your inward supply details should be provided as per section. Sir, your outward supply plus inward supply is equal to monthly return. That's what section 39, furnishing of return. Are you already with me? Repeat once again. What is section 37? Outward supply. What is 38? Inward supply. What is section 39? Furnishing of return. What is section 40? First return. That means after you taken registration, the return what you are filing for the first time is called as first return. Am I right? Section 41, ITC on provisional basis. ITC on 42 and 43 are matching concept. It is not there now. Leave it, man. What is section 44? Annual return. 45. Final return. 46. Notice to return defaulters. That means if you don't file the return on time, you will get a notice from the department. That's what section 46 notice. Section 47. Late fees. 47. Late fees. Section 48. GST practitioners. Those are the people who will help you to file the returns. Are you all really with me? GST practitioners. Can we start from first? Do you have the energy to say from 7 till 48? What is section 7? Supply. What is section 8? Tax rate for composite and mixed supply. What is section 9? Levy and collection of CGST. What is section 10? Composition levy. What is section 11? Exemption. What is section 12? Time of supply of goods. What is section 13? Time of supply of services. What is section 14? Time of supply in case of change in rate of tax. What is section 15? Value of supply. 16. Basic section for ITC. 17. Apportionment and blocked credit. 18. ITC in special cases. 19. ITC and job work provision. 20. Input service distributor. 21. Manner of recovery of excess credit. 3 sections are applicable only for CA final. Sir, section 22. Person liable for registration. 23. Person not liable for registration. 24. Compulsory registration. 25. Procedure for registration. 26. Deemed registration. 27. Special procedure for casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. 28. Amendment of registration. 29. Cancellation of registration. 30. Revocation of cancellation of registration. 31. Tax invoice. 32. Prohibition of unauthorized collection of tax. 33. Amount of tax should be specified in the tax invoice. 34. Debit note and credit note. Sorry, this should come in this family. Debit note and credit note. Am I right? 35. Accounts and records. 36. Period of retention of accounts and records. 37. Outward supply. Outward supply. 38. Inward supply. 39. Furnishing of returns. Furnishing of returns. Are you all with me? Section 40. First return. 41. ITC on provisional basis. Not there. 42. Matching concept. 43. Matching concept. Just for flow of the section we are saying. That's it. 44. Annual return. 45. Final return. 46. Notice to return defaulters. 47. Late fees. 48. That's it, man. Are you filing your return? At the time of filing the return, pay the tax also. Because have I sold a calculator? At the time of selling calculator, have I collected any output tax? At the time of purchase of calculator, have I paid any GST? Check that whether that GST is blocked credit or allowed credit. If it is allowed credit, you can knock off against the output tax collected. Then you will be getting the net GST payable. Am I right? Sir, section 49 is tips. Section 49 is what? Tax, interest, penalty or any other similar sum. Tax, interest, penalty or any other similar sum. At the time of filing the return, you are supposed to pay tax, interest, penalty or any other similar sum like late fee. Are you all really with me? Sir, section 50 is talking about interest on what payment of tax? Delayed payment of tax. There will be due date for filing the return like GSTR 1, GSTR 3B, etc. You are not filing the return on time and you are not paying the tax on time. You are paying the tax belatedly. That means you are liable to pay what? Interest. How much interest you are liable to be paid? Interest liable to be paid is under section 50. So what is section 49? Payment of tips. Payment of tips. What is section 50? Interest on delayed payment. Interest. Section 51, TDS. Section 52, TCS. Section 53, transfer of ITC. What is section 51? TDS. What is 52? TCS. What is 53? Transfer of IT. So all these sections are coming under the family of payment of tax. So at the time of filing return, as per section 49, you are liable to pay tips. What is full form of tips? Tax, interest, penalty or any other amount. Section 50. Interest on delayed payment of tax. Section 51. TDS. 52. TCS. 53. Transfer of ITC. Are you all really with me? That's it, man. Up to section 53 is what the CA intersections, man. So section 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is talking about the basics. Before you start studying this subject, you should have a pakka knowledge about the basics. Sir, from section 7 in the coming slot will be starting. That section 7 will be further classified into 4 categories. 7 subsection 1, 7 subsection 1A, 7 subsection 2, 7 subsection 3. Hello, sir. That 7 subsection 1 will be again classified into 4 categories. 7 subsection 1 clause A, 7 subsection 1 clause AA, 7 subsection 1 clause B, 7 subsection 1 clause C. Each and every subsection will be analyzing 7 subsection 1 clause A with the each and every example to understand what it is all about. Are you all really with me? That means section 7 is the outer line. Section 7 supply. That section 7 supply is classified into 4 categories. 7 subsection 1, 7 subsection 1A, 7 subsection 2, 7 subsection 1 is again classified into 4 categories. 7 subsection 1 clause A, 7 subsection 1 clause AA, 7 subsection 1 clause B, 7 subsection 1 clause C. I will give a pakka analysis of, sir, each and every section. It is well drafted material for you. This will help you to carry, my dear lovable students, what the subject is all about. So these are the basics. What are the basic section? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What is 7? Supply. 8, Tax rate for composite and mixed supply. 9. Levy and collection of CGST. 10. Composition levy. 11. Sir, this family is the time of supply family. Am I right, sir? Section 12, time of supply of goods. 13, time of supply of services. 14, time of supply in case of change in rate of tax. Am I right? This is value of supply family. Section 15 is the value of supply. And this part is the ITC family. Section 16, basic section for ITC. 17, apportionment and block credit. 18, ITC in special cases. 19, ITC and job work provision. 20, input service distributor. 21, manner of recovery of excess credit. 22, 23, 24 is the registration part. 22% liable for registration. 23% not liable for registration. 24 compulsory registration. 25, 26 and 27 is the procedure for registration. 25 procedure for registration. 26 deemed registration. 27 special provisions for casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. Right? This is amendment, cancellation, revocation. 28 is amendment of registration. 29 cancellation of registration. 30 revocation of cancellation of registration. Am I right? 31, 32, 33, 34 is talking about the tax invoice, debit note and credit note. Am I right? 35 and 36 is talking about accounts and records. 37, 38, 39 returns. Are you all really with me? 40, this you put it on dustbin. 44 and 45 are special returns because section 40 is the first return. In life, only one time first return will come. 45 is the final return and every year will be filing the annual return. These are not regular returns. These are special returns. 46 are notice to return defaulter. 47 late fee. 48 is GST practitioners. Am I right? At the time of filing return, you are liable to pay tips. What is tips? Tax, interest, penalty and in order to hit a century, first you have to hit a 50. Then only that interest will come to hit a century. Section 50 is the interest. Are you all really with me? Section 51 is TDS, 52 is and 53 is transfer of ITC. By 53 will transferring our portions from CA inter to CA final. Are you all really with me? From 54 onwards, we'll start with the final man. What you are supposed to do is write these section numbers 3 times. I know you are CA final student. But still, my dear lovable students, you write the section numbers 3 times. Then you will get an overview of what the GST is all about. Come back to the coming slot. We'll start talking about section 7 in detail. We'll be adding one by one. I hope that you are able to appreciate or understand. I am with you, sir, from your heart. Anybody's there? Where is the grand clap?